Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that sits on the edge of science, mythology, and the unexplainable. Imagine this: ancient civilizations all around the world, thousands of years ago, built massive monuments, portals, and temples aligned to the stars with precision modern scientists still can't fully understand. These ancient structures hold secrets that seem almost otherworldly. Could it be that these structures were, in fact, doorways to other realms or portals to different dimensions? Portals that allowed their creators to transcend the limits of space and time? Stay with us as we explore some of the most mysterious and perhaps forbidden secrets of the ancient world. Together, let's open our minds and take a journey into the hidden realms where the impossible just might be true. Now let's start with the question that brings us here. What is an interdimensional portal? Is it possible that there are gateways on Earth leading not just to distant lands, but to other worlds entirely? Science fiction loves to present us with wormholes and teleportation, where a simple step could take us to a parallel universe or an alternate reality. And sure, it sounds far-fetched, but what if this isn't just a Hollywood fantasy? What if these gateways really exist, hidden in ancient temples, sacred monuments, or in the stars themselves? From the legends of Stargates in ancient Iraq to the Door of the Sun in Bolivia, there are accounts throughout history hinting at places where reality becomes hidden. And it isn't just one civilization. Cultures as diverse as the Sumerians, the Egyptians, the Native Americans, and even the early Christians all share stories of portals, doors, and passages to other realms. Could these stories be pointing to something real? Something we've lost touch with over the millennia? Imagine being in the presence of one of these supposed portals. A massive stone gate, carved with symbols no one understands, standing silent and still in a secluded part of the world. You place your hand on the rough surface and feel an inexplicable pull, as if something on the other side is waiting. Some legends even claim that if you know the right ritual or the right time, you might just pass through and emerge somewhere else entirely. In the coming sections, we'll dive deeper into these stories, examining specific places believed to contain these portals. We'll question whether the mysteries they hold are merely myths, or if they're a whisper from an ancient time when our understanding of the universe was greater than we think. Let's start our exploration with Tiwanaku's famous Gate of the Sun, found high in the Andes of Bolivia. This ancient site has baffled historians and archaeologists for centuries. The Aymara people, who are native to this region, hold deep spiritual beliefs around this massive stone archway. The Gate of the Sun stands as a silent witness to the passage of time, but many believe it was once a doorway to another world. Legends tell of shamans who could pass through the portal, journeying beyond this earthly plane to gain wisdom from celestial beings. When you stand before this colossal stone doorway, you can feel the age of it. Thousands of years of history engraved in every groove and symbol on its surface. Some say that when the light of the solstice sun hits it just right, the Gate of the Sun aligns perfectly with other temples in the area, creating a moment of alignment between the physical and the spiritual realms. Imagine for a moment, what if this alignment opened a doorway, if only for an instant? Then there's the intriguing Hayu Marca in Peru, also known as the Gate of the Gods. This stone-carved doorway rests on a mountainside and is believed by locals to be a sacred entrance to the land of the gods. According to legend, those with pure hearts and great purpose were once able to enter the gate and pass into another world, a world where they joined divine beings and left their mortal lives behind. It's said that some of these ancient figures returned to Earth with new powers, wisdom, or even immortality. And while that might sound like myth, modern visitors have reported strange phenomena near Hayu Marca. Those who place their hands on the stone have described sudden visions of stars, of floating through the cosmos, and even the distant sounds of ancient music echoing in their ears. Could these sensations be evidence of a residual energy? A leftover imprint from when this portal was used? And we can't forget the lore surrounding Egypt's Abu Gharaib, known as one of the oldest and most mystical places in the world. It's said that this site was more than just a temple. It was a machine of sorts, a resonance chamber, aligned with the Earth's natural vibrations. Some believe that Abu Gharaib could harness the energy of the Earth itself, serving as a stargate to communicate with beings beyond our world. The Cherokee, from across the ocean, have stories that resonate with this idea. They speak of beings from the Pleiades star cluster, who traveled to Earth through gateways of sound and energy. Could these similar myths, separated by continents and centuries, be pointing to a universal truth? These ancient structures continue to hold power and fascination over us. They are more than stone. They are symbols of the mysteries of the universe, standing as reminders that there might be forces, dimensions, and worlds that we have yet to understand. But it isn't just the distant past that holds these secrets. Some say these portals are still active today. Let's shift our focus to Turkey, to one of the most enigmatic ancient sites ever discovered, Göbekli Tepe. This archaeological wonder predates Stonehenge and the pyramids by thousands of years, dating back to around 9600 BCE. Imagine that. Our ancestors carved intricate stone circles, weighing multiple tons, during an era when human civilization was thought to be in its infancy. But here's the thing. These aren't just stone circles. The pillars are arranged in circular formations that seem to serve a purpose beyond just rituals or gatherings. Researchers have noticed something strange about these circular arrangements. Some theorize that the structure of Göbekli Tepe could be an attempt to create a cosmic map, a layout that mimics the constellation Orion, thought by many ancient civilizations to be a gateway to other realms. Why would these ancient builders invest so much time and energy into these circles? What were they trying to connect with? Some experts speculate that Göbekli Tepe served as an ancient astral portal, where shamans or priests might have entered altered states of consciousness, communicating with beings or forces from other dimensions. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. There's an alignment at Göbekli Tepe that points directly to the point where Orion's belt rises on the horizon during the winter solstice. And in many ancient cultures, Orion is not just any constellation. It's seen as the celestial gate, or a place where souls journey after death. Some cultures even consider it to be a passageway for gods or otherworldly entities to reach Earth. If this connection is intentional, it suggests that the builders of Göbekli Tepe may have seen themselves as intermediaries, guardians of a portal between worlds. And remember, Göbekli Tepe was buried intentionally. Yes, after hundreds of years of use, the entire site was covered with tons of earth and rubble, as if to hide or protect it. But from what? Some archaeologists believe the act was deliberate, perhaps to keep the gateway from being misused, or possibly even to prevent something from crossing through to our side. This site opens the door to questions we're still trying to answer. If Göbekli Tepe was indeed a portal, who or what might have crossed through it? And perhaps most importantly, did they manage to close it successfully? It's almost like the builders of Göbekli Tepe left us a cosmic puzzle, buried in plain sight, waiting for the right time and people to rediscover its secrets. So, what do you think? Could Göbekli Tepe be more than just a ritual site? Could it be a relic of a time when human beings were closer to the mysteries of the cosmos, perhaps even traveling between worlds or realms? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. After all, the secrets of Göbekli Tepe may be waiting for the right minds to unlock them. Let's head to a different kind of portal. Not an ancient temple or a stone circle, but a natural area. The infamous Bermuda Triangle. Located in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean, this region has become one of the most talked about mysteries in modern history. For decades, stories of disappearing ships and planes have circulated, from the USS Cyclops, vanishing without a trace in 1918, to Flight 19, a group of 5 U.S. Navy bombers that vanished during a routine training mission. Skeptics have tried to explain these events as simple navigational errors or poor weather conditions, but recent theories suggest something much stranger might be at play. According to recent documentaries, some researchers have classified the Bermuda Triangle as one of the 12 vile vortices around the world, areas where magnetic and gravitational anomalies may cause distortions in time and space. Other so-called vile vortices include places like the Dragon's Triangle near Japan and Easter Island in the Pacific. These regions are believed by some theorists to act as natural gateways or energy points, where the Earth's energy fields are unusually strong. Could these anomalies explain why so many vessels seem to vanish without explanation? One fascinating aspect of the Bermuda Triangle is the strange behavior of magnetic compasses, which often stop working or spin uncontrollably in the area. Some believe this phenomenon could be evidence of a natural stargate, where the laws of physics behave differently, and where objects and even people could slip into alternate dimensions. There are reports from pilots who claim that upon entering the triangle, they lose track of time, covering large distances in far less time than should be possible. Imagine flying a plane, only to realize you've arrived hundreds of miles away, in a fraction of the time it should have taken. Could this be evidence of time warping, or even interdimensional travel? The theory of vile vortices suggests that certain points on Earth are not just geographically unique, but metaphysically significant. Some researchers propose that these vortices could be the remnants of ancient ley lines, paths of energy that have existed since prehistoric times. These ley lines, they believe, were known to ancient cultures and were used as markers for building structures like Stonehenge, Machu Picchu, and even the pyramids. If the Bermuda Triangle is part of this ancient grid, it raises the question, did ancient civilizations understand something about Earth's natural energy fields that we've long since forgotten? In recent years, this theory has taken a modern twist. Some scientists are looking at quantum mechanics for explanations, suggesting that, under the right conditions, certain locations on Earth might experience quantum entanglement with other parts of the universe. In essence, they propose that these vortices could link our world with parallel realities or distant star systems. It sounds like something straight out of science fiction, but there is serious research going into understanding how quantum physics might affect large-scale systems on Earth. The Bermuda Triangle, with its strange magnetic phenomena and seemingly endless tales of disappearing vessels, challenges our understanding of the natural world. Could it really be a portal? A place where space, time, and reality intersect in a way that allows for otherworldly experiences? Or is it simply a place where natural forces are amplified to an extreme degree? As always, we encourage you to keep an open mind. This mystery, after all, is still unfolding. Now let's look at some modern theories that may give new life to these ancient mysteries. The story goes that in 2003, when the United States invaded Iraq, one of the first places American troops secured was the National Museum in Baghdad. Why? Conspiracy theorists argue that Iraq, the land of ancient Mesopotamia, might have held secrets from one of the oldest human civilizations, the Sumerians, who were said to possess advanced knowledge of the stars and possibly even stargates. The Sumerians left behind artifacts, tablets, and carvings that depict beings descending from the sky, and some believe that these beings were not gods, but visitors from other worlds. The late Saddam Hussein, it is said, believed he was a reincarnation of the ancient Babylonian king, Nebuchadnezzar. Saddam spent millions rebuilding the ancient city of Babylon and allegedly sought to reactivate something ancient, perhaps even a portal to the past. Some conspiracy theorists argue that the invasion of Iraq was more than a political or military move. It was a mission to gain control over hidden technology, relics, and possibly a Stargate. This theory remains highly controversial, but it raises interesting questions about the true motives that drive world powers and the potential existence of ancient technology that could fundamentally change our understanding of time and space. And then there's the story of Sri Lanka's Stargate in Anuradhapura, a location known for mysterious rock carvings and symbols that resemble star maps. Some believe these symbols might be a kind of cosmic map or instruction manual for interdimensional travel. Despite centuries of study, no one has fully deciphered their meanings. Could it be that only those who understand the language of the cosmos can activate this ancient gateway? It's an unsettling thought. That knowledge has been lost, waiting to be rediscovered by someone with the right insight, or perhaps the right purpose. Think of it this way. Every generation has stories of things we can't fully explain, from the so-called UFO crash in Roswell to the legends of portals around the world. As much as science advances, there are mysteries that still remain, tucked away in forgotten corners of the earth, whispered of in myths, and lingering in the unexplored depths of ancient structures. These theories invite us to question what we know and open our minds to the possibility that the world we see might only be a part of a much larger, more complex reality. Are these portals remnants of forgotten knowledge, or were they placed intentionally by ancient civilizations who understood much more than we think? Ancient portals, lost knowledge, forgotten technology. The legends and stories surrounding these sites inspire us to look deeper, to question, and to wonder. Are we alone in the universe, or are there doorways hidden in plain sight that lead to places beyond our understanding? As we close our journey today, we leave you with this question. If given the chance, would you step through one of these portals? Would you journey into the unknown? Drop your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Let's unravel this mystery together, as a community of seekers. And until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and remember, the world is full of mysteries, just waiting to be discovered.